Yo, do you really understand that social media is a part of a business? Like it's somebody's business. The app that you get on for free is somebody's business that they make money off of, right? So if that is somebody's business, that means they have invested in that business being successful. What is probably the most important part of social media for the business owner? The most important part is probably getting the consumer, the customer to scroll, because social media needs you to scroll. It needs you to navigate the app in order for it to be social, in order for it to be engaging, in order for the algorithms to work. So here's the thing, they have invested in all types of science to get you to scroll, all types of science, all types of tests, right? So think about it. The scroll itself starts before you get on the app. So that means they've pretty much figured out every type of science, behavior, or pattern that people use with their fingers on their phone, which means they are doing a whole different type of test than you are used to. So when you tell yourself you're not going to scroll, when you tell yourself you're on a social media fast, when you tell yourself you're going to actually come home and start your business, I don't know if it's that simple, right? Like the friction of starting has to be lower than the friction to scroll. And they have invested years and years and millions of dollars on figuring out how their little icon inside this machine used by this hand or this finger or these thumbs, how all of that works. And you're just in your head like, oh, willpower. Like that's what's going to happen. Willpower. It doesn't really work like that. You've got to create lower friction points for you to be successful, because they've invested in, hey, this app is going to be great because the hardest friction point is already taken care of. We've already met them where they are. They're doing this all day, sending text messages, sending emails, checking their phone, calling their kids, calling their family members, sending photos. They're already on the app being nosy to see how they measure up against their high school classmates. So they've already figured it out. You have to now understand and do more of a deep dive internally onto what triggers you need to actually get you to start. Because that 7 to 8 p.m. after work is not so simple for everybody. If you work all day and then you come home at 7 or 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m., you are tired. But you know what is muscle memory from years of using a phone? Scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Or you have the time, but you keep getting caught up in the scroll because of years of scrolling. And then you feel like you're unproductive and maybe I'm not serious about this thing. Maybe I don't want it enough. Let me watch some more videos. Let me take another course. Let me buy another course. Let me go buy better furniture. Let me go set up a better setup, whatever people do, right? The excuses come, they pile on, you lose motivation, you find motivation, you purchase things to prove that you're motivated, and then you start scrolling again. Those are the cycles. But really, the only thing you need to understand is um, the friction to start has to be lower than the friction to scroll. Um, and what made me think about this, there's this video on YouTube. As I was scrolling, I gotta find it. Maybe I could put it in the description. But Will Smith is talking to Carmelo Anthony, NBA great, and he's like, "Yo, good is easy. Good is showing up is easy. To be great may require more of you. You may have to study sleep. You may have to study diet. You may have to change certain things or leave certain people." But when he said study sleep, it made me think about, oh yeah, you're right. Like certain things have to happen depending on who you are. And I feel like a lot of people, scrolling is one of the biggest um, blockers to starting for a lot of us, or continuing, or keeping momentum for a lot of people who work a 9 to 5 and then also have a side business, small business, or side project. You have to stop scrolling. And not necessarily get off social media. You just have to create a lower friction point to start your business. So I don't know if you're a content creator. Maybe it's just recording into your phone instead of scrolling social media because you're bored and you don't want to go on camera and you don't want to clean your room or get the setup right. Maybe you just keep that setup static and you never touch it. But hey, maybe you live with multiple people and the desk has to be used or something. Then if you don't have motivation, record a voice note, transcribe it, listen back to it in the car or something. Like continue to be your biggest fan or continue to create the habits of needing yourself to be in process and be productive so that you can actually get to where you want to go. But yeah, when he said that you would actually some people actually have to study sleep so that they can be successful because the sleep will determine how alert they are during the day to make the right decisions or to do the things at their best ability. That really stood out to me. So yeah, for a lot of us, especially millennials, it's the scrolling. So figure out how to find some mechanisms that you could put in place to signal to yourself that instead of scrolling, I need to start. That's the only thing I got for today. It was a simple message, but hopefully it's a strong one. Peace. My boring success.